send it over to Mark, whose next guest is inspired by Star Wars. Mark?
Absolutely, and I remember when, when Kung Fu was all the rage, on television, that spawned a whole generation of martial artists, and so did Star Wars, believe it or not. Everybody wants to be a Jedi warrior. Well, Tony Wettstein is here from Poway Samurai Martial Arts to talk about a great class that they have that encourages your kids to come out, get some great exercise, learn some self-defense, and really have fun. Sensei Tony, it's great to see you here today.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much for coming in. Now, this really was inspired by Star Wars?
Well, it was, and Star Wars was inspired by this. What a lot of people don't realize is that George Lucas was influenced by a Japanese film genre called the Jedi Geki films, which were inspired by samurai from what was called the Sengoku Jedi period. So these samurai from this Jedi era were so inspiring to him that he turned as a major influence for his heroes, these Jedi samurai, into his Jedi Knights.
So he ripped off the Jedi and made a Jedi?
Well, he didn't necessarily rip it off, but he was inspired by it.
You're too nice to say that, aren't you?
He was inspired by it. So what we do then is we take that training from that period that we practice, and then we also take the influence of Star Wars and we put it together for our Jedi Knight program.
Your Jedi Knight program.
That's right.
Look, I know my son, when he was very young, I don't think he was more than 6, 7 years old, started taking karate, and it was a phenomenal little transformation as you watch the self-confidence grow and the discipline grow. And a lot of this is about respect that you give to the kids as well as you expect it in return. But if they will give it to you, then you'll give it to them just as though they're an adult, won't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's one of the things from that Jedi era, obviously the ideals that the samurai had to follow, being honest, acting with integrity, being righteous in their movements, those philosophies were who they were. They didn't go do karate, they didn't go do training. That's who they were, that's how they lived, and that's why we inspire that with our kids as well.
And it's amazing to see, again, the transformation in the kids, because once they realize how good it feels to get respect for being a good person, being disciplined, they just want to do it more.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it works for all kinds of kids. I have children with ADHD that gain a tremendous amount of focus. I've got kids on various spectrums level with autism. I've got one little boy who suffers from short-term memory disorder. And his therapists and doctors were so amazed at his ability to retain the information that we were giving him because he was excited about it. They actually asked me for my information to figure out what was I doing to help him retain short-term information.
Focus, discipline, and enthusiasm. Show me what these kids are doing here right now. I'm loving what I'm seeing here.
Well, what these guys are doing is a basic entry and cut, and they're working with the softer swords that we use in our full program. And they're going to go with that. I'll have Mr. Langston step in real quick for another cut. And you'll see that they're learning how to enter and respond and practice cuts. Mr. Langston's been with us for about a year. Mr. Kai's been here not quite that long. And Mr. Jim has just started with us. So we've got, you can see various skill levels of where the kids get to after a little bit of practice.
Now, what's with the glow swords over there?
The glow sabers from glowsabers.com. We're an authorized training center from them. We take those same kind of ideas and we can put together birthday parties or special events where they get to have their very own lightsabers that they take home with them, their glow sabers, if you will. They're durable, but they are soft tips so nobody hurts each other, and they get to use the same skills that we learn in our regular classes for short-term events or birthday parties.
Introduce these two young ladies.
And this is Maddie, and this is her brother Jack. And they've been with us for a little over 6 months now, and they just finished with our Jedi summer camp, our samurai summer camp, where they got to learn about a lot of the period weapons. They got to use some of the swords where they started learning, but they also learned some of the other weapons from the period.
Hey, look, I want everybody to have an opportunity to do this. I know one of the things that you're going to offer to our viewers is free 1 month of sword training when they sign up for 3 months of class.
Absolutely.
And when they sign up for 3 months of class, what does that entail?
That's going to entail, depending upon which class they want, but for sword, that's going to give them 1 sword class a week. It's going to be an hour. They're going to get all the equipment that they need from the regular class, If they want, they'll be able to have the opportunity to get a glow saber as well. They're going to be able to learn all these skills as well as the discipline and the respect that we're going to give them. And I also wanted to mention that we do offer a hero discount to our military families, police, and firefighters. So they will always come in and get a special 10% discount from us if they come
And we
in.
appreciate you doing that on behalf of all those good folks, too. Sensei Tony, great to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. You were fantastic. You did a great job, and we'll look forward to seeing you again. Continue your training, and we'll see you out at Poway Samurai Martial Arts.
Thank you.
Good to see you. For more information, you go to sandiego6.com. You just click on San Diego Living. And today's code word is Jedi. J-E-D-I is the way we'll spell that, the Star Wars way. Enter today's code word at sandiego6.com and collect your points.